All right, welcome back to the channel. It looks like we have some big news. Canelo Alvarez is seen to be making his run at 175 for undisputed. I'm going to break it down for y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So we have some big news. As the undisputed champion at 168 pounds in Canelo Alvarez, he seemed to be making more history, more legacy for his career at 175 pounds. Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting a 2-fight deal worth $85 million from the zone. And Canelo Alvarez has turned down the Charlo deal, and I can see why he turned it down. I mean, it's $50 million, but 85? You're going to take 85 million over 50 million. Now, it's not that Canelo Alvarez is ducking Charlo or anything like that. He made a smart business move, and when you got that much money on the table, you'll do anything to provide for your family, friends, whoever. I'm damn sure going to take $85 million. But with that being said, Canelo Alvarez is looking to be taking on Dmitry Bivol, which I already says that Canelo Alvarez will obliterate Bivol. Canelo Alvarez stated that it's a hard fight for him. I don't think it's a hard fight for Canelo Alvarez. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to walk through Bivol. If Bivol put on a boxing clinic, I still have Canelo Alvarez by decision or stoppage. I just don't think Bivol has enough power or respectable power to keep Canelo Alvarez off of him. And then there seems to be a unification bout between Joe Smith Jr. and Arthur Beterbiev. Arthur Beterbiev holds the WBC IBF. Joe Smith Jr. holds the WBO. Joe Smith Jr. last reports that he wanted more money. He wanted $2 million instead of $1.7 million. So it looks like they're about to get a deal done to unify the belts. And Canelo Alvarez once again going to accomplish undisputed under a calendar year. And we could officially say that Canelo Alvarez is making big history. Imagine Canelo Alvarez get undisputed at 175. He has rectified his career. He's definitely and surely going to the Hall of Fame. And he'll be once again the 8th undisputed champion. Well, he's the 6th. Well, he'll be the whoever get undisputed at welterweight and 135, and Devin Haney Kambosos will be the 7th. But if Canelo Alvarez get undisputed once again, he'll be the next 7th undisputed champion at 175. In 2021 undisputed. In 2022 he'll be undisputed again under a calendar year. So whoever the winner between Joe Smith Jr. and Arthur Beterbiev, they are going to be fighting for Canelo Alvarez belt, which if the Canelo Alvarez is successful against Dmitry Bivol. So Canelo Alvarez, in a short amount of time, will be fighting for all 3 belts against the winner of Joe Smith Jr. and Arthur Beterbiev. And we cannot say that Canelo Alvarez has not fighting lower tier competition anymore. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, because he is fighting a guy. He is fighting a guy in Arthur Beterbiev that has 17 wins, 17 knockouts, knocked out every single opponent. And Arthur Beterbiev seems to be the boogeyman at 175. And Dmitry Bivol seems to be somewhat of a dangerous threat to Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez will rectify his career. And Canelo Alvarez, we can say, has fought in the best in his time. In his era, because Dmitry Bivol, Joe Smith Jr., and Arthur Beterbiev are seen to be the best of the best at 175. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to achieve undisputed. $85 million down on the table for Canelo Alvarez to take this 2-fight deal. I can't slight him enough. Charlo is claimingly moving up to super middleweight. So they was close to, well, not close, but they was talking about making a deal between Charlo and Canelo Alvarez, but Canelo Alvarez has turned it down. It's not a duck, in my opinion. I just think Canelo Alvarez wants to rectify his name and create more history, and potentially want to have a bigger history name in the sport of boxing than Floyd Mayweather Jr. I think he's going to be damn near the best boxer. I think overall boxing in the business, not in the business of boxing, but boxing and fighting, for that undisputed, once again, he's going to be a bigger star in boxing, not a bigger star in the business of boxing like Floyd Mayweather Jr. He was a bigger star of a business standpoint, but for like a boxing standpoint, Canelo Alvarez is going to be bigger because he's going to be damn sure near in the Hall of Fame. And we can't just criticize Canelo Alvarez. We know Dmitry, Andre, Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez. As a diehard boxing fan, that's the fights that we want to see Canelo Alvarez fight. But Canelo Alvarez is fighting for a legacy. He wants to rectify his name. He wants to become the biggest superstar in boxing, and he's going to do it once again at 175 pounds if he's successful against Bivol or Joe Smith Jr., the winner of that unification, or if he's successful against Dmitry Bivol, which I have Canelo Alvarez beating all these guys. But with that being said, I have Canelo Alvarez beating Jamal Charlo, beating Dmitry Andre, beating David Benavidez, even if he doesn't fight him or not, or towards the end of his career. I still have Canelo Alvarez beating those guys because, like I said before, Canelo Alvarez trained like he has nothing. This is just my opinion. You might have a different opinion that Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight the best of the best competition. That's your opinion. My opinion is I believe Canelo Alvarez wants all these guys, but Canelo Alvarez wants to rectify his name and make super more history. And I believe once he accomplishes 175 and get undisputed under a calendar year, he's going to make more history, becoming a five division champion and obliterating Lunga Makubu, who's talking mad ish about he'll knock Canelo Alvarez out. Just wait. Canelo Alvarez is gunning for you next if that fight is coming up to fruition. But with that being said, big news. Canelo Alvarez take a 2-fight deal coming from DAZN for $85 million. And it's also stated that he could be facing Gennady Golovkin. You know what? I want him to face Gennady Golovkin. I hate Bum Lofkin. I hope Canelo Alvarez put him into a retirement home. I hope he beats him so bad that he comes into a boxing coma. This dude is an absolutely duck. Canelo Alvarez, I hope he forces him up to 168 pounds or 175 pounds because Gennady Golovkin has did nothing. He has damn near stalled out. Him and Murata had damn near stalled out the middleweight division for damn near 2 years now, and they're not even trying to fight the best of the best with Dmitry Andre and Jamal Charlo was at the division. With that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.